PAC members continue to make their way here to Salisville ground here near Atteridgeville, where they will be hearing from the leader of the party what the election manifesto is and what exactly the party will be promising different communities in the country. You would know as well that quite critical for the PAC is that this is a moment that some didn't see coming, considering the divisions that the party has faced. But the North Gauteng High Court last month confirming that Luthando Mbinda is indeed the president of the PAC and that the IEC should be in consultation with him with regards to anything that has to do with the elections. And it's quite a relief, I guess, for the party. And right now I'm joined by the Secretary General of the PAC, Neras Moloto. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us. And indeed, it is a great moment, I guess, for the party that this is indeed happening.
Indeed, it is a great moment. We are happy. As you see, the members of the PAC are here. They are still on their way. We are coming to unveil the election manifesto for the local government. So yes, we are very happy. We are excited, and we believe that the PAC will continue to do what it's supposed to do.
Just before we get into details of the election manifestos and some of the promises, let's first look at the state of the party as it stands right now. Of course, the North Gauteng High Court ruling that came out confirming that Luthando Mbinda is indeed the president of the PAC. What does this mean for the PAC and where to from here for the PAC in terms of trying to unite the party?
You will remember that immediately or shortly after the ruling, we have invited everybody to come into the PAC, to come and serve the PAC, to take the PAC forward. We are happy that call is still there, standing. We are building the structures of the PAC. Both we are working with the masses of our people. That is what the PAC is destined to do. That's the reason why it was formed, both as a liberation movement and now as a political party.
Do you agree that the divisions within the party has led to the party really bleeding, losing some members as well?
Not necessarily. If you followed the members of the PAC have always been working for the PAC. Yes, it has negative impact that we cannot deny, but as a matter of fact, it has not done that much damage as other people think it has, because the structures of the party everywhere has always been in working. We have strengthened. During the same period of time, we have been building the party structures in all the provinces, and we have made quite a huge progress in that regard.
And I guess it will be very important to remain united, especially when you take this manifesto and everything that you promise the different communities in South Africa when you do your door-to-door campaigns.
Exactly. You'll remember that the first aim of the PAC is to unite the African people under the banner of African nationalism. That will continue to do. It's a constitutional mandate. It's the duty of each and every member to ensure that we attain unity. But we believe as leadership that such unity must not just be unity in the boardrooms. It must be unity in action. It must be unity in serving our people. It must be unity that can able to help our people and our country move forward.
And when we speak of the PAC, we speak of extreme left policies, as some might call it. And one of those is the issue around land. We've seen different land invasions. You've seen what happened in Hammanskraal as well. And the issue of land is quite critical for especially African people, it would seem at this point. What's the PAC's take in terms of its election manifesto? How can that issue be dealt with?
Look, the PAC has always been very consistent on the question of land. We believe land is fundamental, it's everything. If you don't have land, you have nothing. The development starts there. Today, one of the issues that we are emphasizing in our manifesto is that the townships, which are the product of apartheid system, people there are landlocked, they are overcrowding. The question of lack of service delivery, it means that our clinics, our hospitals, everything is overcrowded because the population of the African people continue to increase while the facilities are remaining the same and the staff working there remaining the same. Now, to the PAC, we believe that land is just the beginning of any progress. Social progress and development, economic progress and development starts there. without it. Now, some people have radicalized the PAC on this issue. But today, all political parties are beginning to acknowledge and accept. It's just that the way in which they are putting this thing, they are distorting. With regard to land evasion, although PAC doesn't condone land evasion, but put yourself in a position of these families who have nowhere to live and to stay in the country of their birth. What can you do? And these are the questions that as politicians and political parties must answer, and answer straight. They must not try to be diplomatic. This is the fundamental question that the PAC has been asking. We will keep on asking, but at the same time we move forward to ensure that our people in this land, we have plenty hectares, millions and millions of hectares that are inhabited. Now these people, the African people, the indigenous people of this country, have a right, and this right cannot be interfered, cannot be denied by anybody. And it's regrettable that the democratic government of in this country, elected by the poor, by the landless, is not giving the people the land.
Actually, you remind me there of the speech that Robert Mugabe delivered last week at the 40th centenary celebration, where he spoke about the issue of land, that we need land, African people need land. And he also spoke about young people and saying that if this issue is not addressed, young people are impatient and they will address it themselves. From the PAC side, looking at the manifesto, what is it that you can say that issues that pertain to young people?
Yeah, look, mentioning Robert Mugabe, you'll remember that ZANU-PF is a product of the Pan Africanist Congress of Tanzania. So PAC inspired them. That's why they are where they are. But I think Mugabe is talking about the reality. He knows they've gone through that challenge in their own country. But as a matter of fact, the struggle for liberation has been struggle for land. And without attaining land, you basically not free. Now, because you cannot begin, it's like the air that we breathe. It's a natural resource that God and the forefathers of this country have given to us as a generation. We believe we are the custodian of the land, and we must pass it over to the new generation. It also not belong to us. It belongs to our great forefathers and grandmothers. We are therefore taking this, we are supposed to look after it and make sure that it's handed over successfully into the new generation.
And let's just quickly speak about the role of councillors. Of course, they would be playing a key role in trying to implement these manifestos. What's the role of a councillor from your side? And I was looking briefly at the election manifesto as well. And the issue that you raised there was that when councillors are elected councillors, they all of a sudden leave the area where they were elected in.
Exactly. That's a fundamental issue. If people really believe that this township are a symbol of freedom, they are mistaken. Because once people are better off, and they are able to earn better, they all of a sudden leave in the poor people that they were helped to do. Now, as the PAC, we believe the local government is a basic government of the people. Basically, that's where the people must effectively participate, make sure that whatever budget is allocated is being utilized to improve their lives. Now, the PAC councillors we are emphasizing that we must play a role where they are actually working with the people on their day-to-day struggles and frustrations, and unlock. They must not desert the people that have elected them.
Has the PAC decided yet how many municipalities or wards it will be contesting?
Yeah, what is interesting, PAC is going to contest everything. We believe that we have the capacity to do so. Further, we have the capacity to win. Because as per the ways of the chairman, Nyati Pukela, we believe the PAC is the African people and the African people are the PAC.
And would the PAC be willing to go into coalitions with different political parties?
We have not discussed that, but should it open, yes, we will do so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That is Neres Moloto, the Secretary General of the PAC, and as indicated that Lutando Mbinda will be delivering the keynote address where he will be giving the PAC members the marching orders with regards to the local government elections and what exactly it is that the PAC promised the different communities here in South Africa. And of course, the issue around land is very, very critical, especially when you look at what happened in Hammanskraal and all the other land invasions that have been taking place, Alicia.